What your hand cannot do, grace will do for you. What your certificate cannot do, grace will do for you. He said, the words I speak to you, they are life and they are spirit. I came with power to speak into someone's life, that from the place of January to the place of February and March and April, you have been working with your hands and you have been toiling with yourself. But in this 5th month of the year, it is a season that God will prove himself in your life strong and mighty, and that of your father, and that of your mother, and that of your children, and that of your loved ones, and that of this church. I pray for everybody here, whatever you do, whether you're into your own business, you're in the corporate sector, whatever you do for yourself, I don't care the curse from your background, I don't care the resistance you are feeling now, but I want to talk to someone here today. I don't care the dream you have received, I don't care the doom prophecy that have come to you. There is something called the grace factor that can lift a man from the dungeon. There is something called the grace factor that can pull a man from nowhere. There is something called the grace factor that can take a man's life and polish the man and dress the man and make the man beautiful than he was ever before. There is something called the grace factor. That grace factor, it is hidden in the plan of God. God has a plan for you. God has a plan for me. God has a plan for your marriage. God has a plan for your husband. God has a plan for your wife. God has a plan for your children. The next phase of your life, God has a plan for it. And if you can dwell in God, he will roll out the plan for you. If you can stay with God, he will roll out the plan for you. Adima Santalaba.